Hi there. Thanks for staying with us here on Prime Morning. It's time for us to get into News Flash. It's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phones Papa Pafi and Franco Trading Enterprise. This morning, we opened our branches all over the place. Do well and walk into any of them and grab yourself anything when it comes to phones and accessories. You can also grab television screens bigger, as big as you want it. You can get it from us. And also microwave, you can get refrigerators. You also walk in there and get CCTV cameras as well. Now you can also purchase from us, if you want an air condition, you can also come through and grab one of our new air conditionings that we've brought. Franco Trading Enterprise is always open to all of you. And so all you have to do is you just give us a call anytime you want to make any inquiries. Call the numbers you can see on your screens and talk to us, and we entreat you that you don't pick any number on social media to call us on. Do well to call the numbers that you see on your screens. Better yet, you can also download the app. It's the Franco Trading app, and it's available on Google Play Store. Just type Franco and it will show up for you to download. Our website is www.francotrading.com, and you can get all the info that you need once you log on to our website. We have top products that we're selling, and so please do well and come through. Customer service is top notch, and you don't want to even go there. So please do well and grab something for yourself this morning as you go about your daily activities. Don't forget that you plan with Franco Trading Enterprise in mind. Franco Trading Enterprise says still phones Papa Pafi, and as always, News Flash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. This morning we're going to be getting into the front page of the newspapers, and then we'll check out major conversations we're having on the other side. On Zoom, you can join us and share your thought with us. Now we'll be going to Keta, and then also in the Ashanti region, we've got something that we want to talk about. We'll be getting our correspondent to actually brief us on that, give us some more updates. And the big story that we're looking at here on Zoom is the issue that has to do with Sammy Gyamfi. And we're hoping that you can also share your thought with us here on that very issue. So when you join us on Zoom, he's gotten a caution that came with a pardon from the presidency. Do you think it's the way to go? Or you think that there could have been some sanctions? What do you make of this? Share your thought with us when you join us on Zoom. The ID and the password are already on your screen, so you can just join us over there and let us hear your view on that. All right. So let's get into the front page of the newspapers, and then we'll get into the correspondents to give us some updates. We'll be going to Keta, like I said. We'll be going to Ashanti region as well. But on the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning, it's got some stories over there. Let's take a look at it. It's going straight to the theater, and it says Ghanaian theater goes global. Ghana must go. Response to big push initiative. That's captured on the front page. It's got Black Jifa Gomashi, Honorable, captured over there as well. She's the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. And yesterday, there was an official launch of it, and so I'm sure in the coming days you'll be hearing more updates on this one. Ghana must go. Now, National Security Rescue Mission details and kidnapped women's case. That's also on the front page of the Daily Graphic. You can read about it. Page 13 has got a story. When you grab a copy, you can get all the details in there. Now, Akimoda Primary School ransacked, roofing sheet fittings, burglar proofs stolen. That's, I don't know, for whatever reason, anybody would decide that they want to go and steal from a school, I get the roofing sheet, the fittings, the burglar proofs and all of that. I don't know, for whatever reason. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but that's some story you can read about it. Page 13 has got a story on that. Now, 4 organizations donate towards some Mahama cares, and that's also at the back page of the Daily Graphic. Away from that, Ghana Highway Authority warns public against the vandalizing road infrastructure. That's also the Daily Graphic. Away from that, let's get into the Ghanaian Times this morning, and it says mass decongestion, get off pavements for bridges. AMA gives traders Tuesday deadline, and they say if they are ready or not, they're going to make sure that they leave the place. If they get there and they've already not left the place, they're going to ensure that they leave the place. Now, the people are also saying that they are not going anywhere because they don't have any place to go. AMA is supposed to give them a place where they are supposed to go and have the activities they the business are going on. But as long as they don't have any place like that, they're definitely not moving. So on Tuesday, we're going to find out. But of course, the chief executive of AMA is very, very, very bent on executing this, decision that is made. And so let's see what happens on Tuesday. It's going to be a lot of... It's going to be a lot of issues, but we'll get there. NPP bans internal campaigns until nominations open, and Times Unity Fund, like yesterday I mentioned it as well, so you can also check out and see how you can support it. Would improve the road networks, President Mahama says so, and that's the Ghanaian Times reporting on that. At the back page, government committed to Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway Project. Minister says so. Newly constructed Tetegu footbridge attracts a patronage. That's also the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Now, the Chronicle is here, and it says that dollar withdrawals, Bolga Adam Smith lied. There's a question mark over there. And human beast story for appear in whole court today. SML positions Ghana as a front runner at in the drive to data sovereignty. Professor Boateng says so. And that's the front page of the Chronicle this morning. And the back page has got some sports details. You can read them. Weekend European leagues, you can check out. Chelsea welcome Manchester United to Stamford Bridge. Aston Villa and Tottenham face off at Villa Park, and Crystal Palace will face Man City in FA Cup final. Don't forget, the team will be coming through to bring you some more updates on what to expect with these games, and we are gearing up towards the 31st of May. It's all about the Hits FM Rep jersey. We're going to find out which team is going to be lifting the trophy. Is it going to be PSG or is it going to be Inter Milan? You don't want to miss out all the excitement that comes with the Hits FM Rep jersey. So please do well and show up on 31st of May at the Aviation Social Center. Trust me, it's going to be one day you will never ever have to forget, all right? So come through and let's have a good time together. Now we'll check out the Ghanaian Publisher this morning. That's pretty much my last paper for the morning. This one says, BOG cuts Adongo to size, rubbishes reckless no dollar at a counter claim. Yeah, this is true. I don't know how we're going to end up with this, but seriously, it's making up many people out there go to the banks and withdraw their monies, their dollars. But I don't know if they've even been given the dollars if they go there, because he says that once you get there, you're going to get an equivalent of the dollar, but you're not going to get a dollar in hand, from the counter. And many people have gone, I don't know whatever decisions have been made when they went there, but we're hoping that this issue is dealt with. In fact, BOG is also saying that no, that is not the case. They haven't issued anything like that. And the board member for the committee is actually also saying something else. Does Ghana truly need a national carrier? Joyce Bauer Mokhtari writes, page 5 has got a story on that, you can read about it. And Samira Literature Prize opens 2025 entries, and that's also on the front page of the Ghanaian Publisher. And so you can read about it and also find all the details of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the newspapers this morning. And so if you grab a copy, you can read all about that. Now, earlier I told you that there are some reports that we'll be looking at in Keta and also in the Ashanti region, Keta in the Volta region, and we'll be looking at them this morning. And also the big story that we want to talk about here on the show is this week, the issue that has to do with Sammy Gyamfi and the pardon that he received from the presidency. Now, he's been cautioned, by the way, but do you think it's enough sanction for people in the office, public office? We'll be looking at that here on the show. So when you join us on Zoom, that's our conversation for this morning, and so do well and share your thoughts on that. Now, let's move to Keta and find some very disturbing issue over there. Now, MC has called for cooperation as the committee investigates sales encroachment of reclaimed lands meant for disaster victims. Now, Municipal Chief Executive for Wisdom Bondwi Siade is calling for calm and transparency as a 7-member investigative committee inaugurated by the Volta Regional Minister James Gunu begins probing the sale and occupation of the reclaimed lands. Now, lands meant to shelter the vulnerable, but now reportedly occupied through questionable means. Now, let's check out a report put together by correspondent Ivy Satoje.
A witch hunt. Instead, it is a necessary step to understand what happened to the reclaimed lands over the 8 years and to set things right. He is, however, calling on anyone who acquired the land legally or otherwise to present their documents and assist the committee in the ongoing investigation.
Yeah, I have heard there are so many complaints that those who bought the land or those who the land has been given to by any means, they are saying that some people have political links with the past government. That is where lands have been given to them. Yes, that is where the investigation must go on. Now, after the investigation, we will be able to establish that, yes, those who acquired the land, are they from Keta or not? Because there's one accusation that the land is being sold to people who are not indigenous. So after the investigation, that will also be established. Then when that is established, maybe, just maybe, it could be that the people who are buying the land are all from Keta. Then the investigation will reveal that. Then that will also put matters to rest. I want to caution that this is not any way trying to witch hunt anybody. We are not after anybody. We are just after the truth, and we want to understand what really happened on this land in the past 8 years. For us to see how we can regularize certain things, revoke certain appointments. For sure, what I can see, what we did the whole day, walking on the land, trying to look at the layout. Some are encroaching on proposed road. That one, no doubt, must be cleared. Some are also encroaching on government-designated institutional land. Government said hospital. Government, the land has been cut for school, psychiatric center or rehabilitation center, sports complex. If you are encroaching on any of those land, definitely I think that we should take those ones from the people.
The reclaimed lands were intended as a lifeline for families displaced by natural disasters, but rapid and unauthorized development is now threatening that purpose. In response, a 7-member committee has been formed and inaugurated by the regional minister to uncover the truth and provide clear recommendations. Chairman for the committee, Dr. Joe Atipo, promised to ensure fairness and restore confidence in land administration. The Volta Regional Minister, James Gunu, says they will act on the report without fear or favor.
Why now? Because this is the time set for resetting agenda, resetting this nation. So the resetting agenda requires that the Keta reclaimed land must be investigated, because I visited the place. The layout we saw on paper is different from what is actually going on the ground. So the 7-member committee has been given 1 month to investigate, to establish the original purpose of this whole reclaimed land, and also investigate the occupants on the land to see whether they are occupying the place legitimately or otherwise, and advise us when they come out with their recommendations in a month's time. We will sit down and then study the recommendation.
As the probe gets underway, the message from local authorities is clear: support the process, speak the truth, and help shape a better future for Keta. Ivy Satoji, Joy News.
That's a report put together by our correspondent Ivy Setoji in the Volta region in Keta. And I'm sure in the coming days, we're going to be expanding that conversation right here on this very platform and other platforms here by the Multimedia Group. So you want to just join us, whether on Joy News, Joy FM, Hits FM, here on Joy Prime, and all our portals as well. You can also get all the updates on that in the coming days. Now, elsewhere in Kumasi, we've got something that we need to also take a look at it as well. But before we go to Kumasi, let's take a look at Accra. And we've taken the road show conversation that would interest you, and we've been going around and gathering some of the things that you need to know in terms of what we're doing as a nation. And this week, we had conversations around that. We want to play that for you again, for you to take a look at. And when we come back, we'll move on to Ashanti region. Don't forget that on Zoom, we've got a conversation also coming up as well with regards to what happened with Sammy Gyamfi and the presidency. Take a look at this.
Because of this pothole, the place that we just passed, that's the reason why this place is packed like this. Because all the cars are.
Communities are the heartbeat of every nation. It holds the struggles, it holds the spirit, and it holds the dreams of the people. Today is the first ever episode of Joy Prime's Roadshow, where we step beyond the studio and we bring you the plight of the people. We spotlight issues that are shaping the very communities that we live in. Today we are in the Adenta community, and we'll be looking at every vantage point of this constituency. A brief history about Adenta: it was carved in 2008 and has seen notable personalities as its leaders. Currently, the MP for this constituency is Honorable Adamu Ramadan. Now, when it comes to the road issue of Adenta, it's not in a good state. Fairly, some roads or some main roads of the constituency or community is fairly okay, but you can walk a good stretch, you can drive a good stretch, and out of nowhere you are hit with a pothole. You know, that leaves your back aching. So we are looking at the roads, or the inner roads that leads to our schools, the inner roads that leads to our markets, the inner roads that leads to our homes. What is this constituency reality when it comes to road beyond the main road? We are here in the constituency speaking to people who are living this reality. I'm talking about commuters, indigents, drivers especially. We will be speaking to some drivers at the Ritz Junction taxi rank. Our focus today is from the Ritz Junction stretch right onto the Ashalibotre School Junction. Now, the taxi rank is just at the edge of the main traffic light linking Abokobi, Madina, and Hacho. Why don't you join us right here on Prime Morning? My name is Sheila Sechi. This is Prime Morning Roadshow. This is the Ritz Junction taxi rank. This taxi rank serves communities in or within the Adenta constituency. And I have one of the drivers here. The pothole issue has been consistent for over 8 years, and they are still dealing with it. Driver, send Ukraine American. Why do you insurance?
I just say, Yaka, Mukawa, Nipa Trenade, and Abasi. I can be a Mukakansa, from here to offering a third gate. Omabe Jirikansu, Tisina like Umbawe Quino. But Omojiri Kotana Fisuno, Omoja Kanato, Omaya Herdman, on Omodeko. As you have there, there's a call crying and Slapo Fujina Swede, and Omojiska. So I just, what Fujina qualify from Monday to Friday.
Omojiska,
any candidate Mimikani. The people say Mr. Lances. But because the people are there, and you can't want because of Quaning engine or the people you, I do Sika. So what I say, yeah, what so many hours. No one will be a Tatasia. No, what is kind of thing with them? Quando so mo fa kono so fia copy we friend there tell get am mo be hu so what I say
na mo di we atum penifo anim panyana
fu be
mo MC
say abi ta mo abanchi
mo past MCs no
ye kwa enimi no o ba be enimi no what is that MPD we aburu Ramadan oni pa no so why say mu ono ankasa ankasa
on be boye no mutimi ye de enye yesa essa ye cas bebre oka na anytime be fa no me for show both for show tin nyina yetua yetua ska ekwan no a omu ye de omu ye maye ntomu force no be ye kwan maye kwan ne beje
manage o passengers say minim say passengers there yakasa obi betene mu na afi no obi open intem na afi and
issue with pedestrian walkway. We the pedestrian walkers always have to use the road with the cars, okay, which it's not safe for us. Perhaps I live in this area. This is Adenta and this is Medina. I have reported this issue several times for them to at least you just push the people backwards so that we can have a space. So
by push the people.
All right, so that's the Prime Road Show, bringing you issues of the Adenta constituency in terms of the taxis, the pavement, the road users, and people over there sharing their thoughts on that as well. We'll be bringing you some more, and so we may just find ourselves in any of your areas in constituencies where there are issues that we can talk about. So expect more on the Prime Road Show. Of course, so we'll move on to Western region, where free SHS seems to be in crisis. Now, Ghana's free senior high school policy, a bold initiative lauded for increasing access to education, but now facing serious sustainability challenges. A recent visit by Parliament's Education Committee to schools in the Western region has revealed alarming infrastructure deficit, abandoned projects, and overcrowded facilities that threaten the future of the policy. And over the William Kweku Tachi, headmaster, spoke about some of the things that they've been facing. The vice chairman of the committee, Joseph Kwame Kuma, also spoke about it as well. Here is a report on that.
We need to commend them. What is necessary now is for government to make sure that the facilities that they need to complement their work and then to do away with the transition or the double track is what we will recommend to government.
The vice chairman of the committee, Joseph Kwame Kuma, did not mince words. He warned that if Ghana fails to address the mounting infrastructure deficits, the sustainability of free senior high school will be at risk.
The observations are very critical. 1, inadequate furniture. 2, we have inadequate dormitories and bedding materials. We have inadequate dining halls. We have inadequate classrooms. We have all the schools operating in transition, which we will commonly call double track. And for us to win the senior high schools from double track to what we call single track, no school needs less than 12 unit classroom block or mostly 20 classroom blocks. A lot of them have no assembly halls.
At Adiambra Senior High School, the situation is that a school known for qualifying for the National Science and Maths Quiz lacks a functional science lab. Abandoned projects, some dating back to the late President Mills era.
Appalling Science Laboratory. Imagine a school that has qualified from 2022 up to now, every year. If you see our science laboratory, Honorable Chair, you'll be amazed the kind of work we are doing over here. The staff is really doing very well. So I will humbly implore you, after our engagement, to have a look at the Appalling Science Laboratory. And so most often, we carry our students to Fiji St. John's for practical exercises. But where the numbers are huge, especially in the area of biology, we have no option than to hire some materials, equipment here at a very high cost. Lack of an assembly hall. If you have the opportunity to meet our students, we will not find any place for them to get seated for you to address them. We always stand in the open at the vagaries of the weather.
At Archbishop Porter's Girls, a school considered as the premium girls' school for the Western region, some classroom blocks haven't seen a coat of paint in 30 years.
Most of the buildings are leaking badly, and some of the buildings are also thirsting for paint. For a long time, they have not been painted. And some of the projects too have been stopped. When you go down there, the two-story dormitory block had been installed since 2011.
The committee says its findings will inform a strong recommendation to government, but they are also calling on Ghanaians to rise above politics and unite in fixing the broken pieces.
A long story short, if Ghanaians don't sit up and come together as stakeholders, and we continue to politicize free senior high, then we go nowhere. The next 8 years that we can continue to pretend, but give ourselves 20, 30 years, we are going to end free senior high as a nation, not as a government of any nature.
For Joy News, in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region, led by the chairman Peter Nochukoto, the committee visited selected second cycle.
All right, so that's in the Western region with a tour that the committee actually went with regards to free SHS. And so we'll be bringing you some more updates on these very issues. And you also want to engage with us, make sure that you go on social media. If you have anything of concern, you want us to actually come through and find out exactly what the situation looks like, you can send it to us and we'll definitely come and take a look at it. The roadshow will definitely be coming to your area, your community as well. So we'll find out what we can do as a people to ensure that we have our politicians or leaders doing what they have to do for us. Now, a big thanks to Athalia in Western region for bringing us that update. Now we'll move on to talk about one of our major issues this morning here on the show, and it has to do with the issue of Sammy Gyamfi and the dollar issue, the dollar saga, like they've put it. I want to find out, but you can also join us on Zoom. When you do, that's the conversation we're having, so you can let us know what you think about the president's decision or the presidency's decision on that very issue as well here on the show. So let's get into it, and we'll start off with getting on Zoom and speak to one of our guys here in-house. But let's take a look at this report. When we come back, I'll be having him on Zoom for us to have that conversation.
Minority on the back of a number of press conferences, especially the one held in Parliament as well as the one held by the NPP as a party, petition Shraj, the police CID, as well as the Office of the Special Prosecutor to open an official investigation into the Sammy Gyamfi dollar gift saga. After the petitions which have been received on behalf of the leadership of the heads of these three investigative bodies, the MP have been addressing the press in Parliament, citing Sammy Gyamfi of violating a number of provisions, especially the code of conduct launched by the president himself, John Dramani Mahama. We know that the presidency has cautioned and cleared him of any wrongdoing, indicating that no further action will be taken into the matter. But he said these three investigative bodies must investigate the matter and come out with some recommendation on the issue.
What we want them to do is to conduct an investigation into the matter, and so that Mr. Sammy Gyamfi, if he has not committed any offense, he will be cleared properly, but not the clearance His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has given to him. We also want to know potential tax evasion by Mr. Sammy Gyamfi or the receiver of the money. During the 2024 campaign, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mentioned that the difficult decision of dealing with your own people, that is appointees, is what make you pass the test of corruption. So we want to find out from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama what has changed. Because if you can't deal with your own people, you can't deal with Mr. Sammy Gyamfi, then who else can you deal with? If you remember, Cecilia, the former minister, Abnadapa, it was the same issue, dollars issue. But we never saw those dollars, but he was punished by the president and he's under prosecution or investigation. We want the law to work. So tomorrow next, if the law says that giving out dollars to somebody is not a crime, then if I also have my dollars one day, I can give out to somebody in public and it will not be a crime. But if the law says it's a crime, it will serve as a lesson to everybody that when you do this, you are breaching a particular law.
With the petitions duly received by the 3 investigative bodies, it is unclear how long it will take for them to conclude on this matter, and whether or not the president himself will act on any recommendation that the OSP Shraj or the police CID would come out with at the end of their investigations, especially when he has cautioned and cleared Sammy Gyamfi of any wrongdoing. My name is James Savage, reporting for Joy News. The minority on the back.
All right, so that's James Savage over there, and that issue of Sammy Gyamfi. Now, this is the issue that we're exploring this morning, so do well and send your messages. And also, very importantly, join us on Zoom. It's the conversation that we're having. And so you join us on Zoom. Do well to make sure that you're looking good, and also lower the volume of your TV set when we pick you on. And make sure your place is a bit lit, you know, so we can see your face. And then you once we pick you on, you are mute, and then you talk to us, all right? We're talking about this very major issue. The whole of this week has been trending. The question we're asking is, are you satisfied with the decision by the presidency, or you've got some concerns with regards to that? You can let us know and you can share your thought with us. James will be joining me via Zoom for us to have a conversation briefly on this, and then you can also join us and share your thought with us. And James is our regional correspondent and here in Accra, and he is with Joy News. James, if James is on, we can get him right now and speak to him. But okay, James is with me. James, good morning, if you can hear me.
Good morning, KMJ.
I trust you're good. I'm grateful for your time this morning, my brother.
I'm doing well. Thank you, too, for having me.
Great. So let's talk about it. The process yesterday, who and who were actually there, and what would you actually describe the whole process? Was it successful?
Well, fairly or largely successful, because at least they have been able to present their petitions to the 3 institutions they wanted to. Just that they've not been able to meet the substantive heads of all of these institutions. For instance, at Shraj, they had to leave the petition behind with the Director of Legal Affairs for the Shraj boss himself. It was same at the CID, police CID headquarters, as well as the OSP. They've not been able to meet the heads of these institutions, but all the same, they've been able to present them, and some level of assurance have been given to them. So as to who and who were present, the petition itself was signed by the man we heard in that clip, the MP for Nalirugu Gambaga, who is Honorable Mumuni Mohammed Nuruddin. He is the petitioner. And just for clarity's sake, that petition was on his personal letterhead as an MP, but the understanding we get is that he was doing that on behalf of the entire minority caucus. And so you have people like the First Deputy Minority Whip, the Honorable Habib Idrisu, being part of the team that went around yesterday to distribute that petition. Dr. Kabiru Tia Mahama, who actually led the minority press conference some 4 days ago in Parliament over the matter. He's the MP for Wali Wali. And you also have the party also fully represented The Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed, was part of the team. The third vice chair of the party at the national level was also part of the team, including two others, a former MP as well. And so they started from Shraj headquarters, then moved to the police CID headquarters in Accra, and finally terminated the process in Parliament. But before they went to Parliament for that press conference, they were at the OSP's office. Interestingly, at all these institutions, as I said earlier, they were not able to meet the heads, the substantive heads, and so they had to leave it behind for them, hoping that it gets to the appropriate context for the right action to be taken on that. And so that's how it looked like yesterday at KMJ.
Very well. Now, beyond the legal grounds for these investigations, of course, there have been concerns about the way the presidency handled the situation. They were expecting that, politically, the president could have taken a certain decision that would have come with sanctions. Some even talked about being, sacked from his position. Others even believe that he could have been suspended and all of that. But none of that actually happened. What's the detail on that? You think that they have a point, or they spoke about that when they got to those places as well?
In fact, you might have heard in that clip of the Honorable Nuruddin talking about the Cecilia Dapa case, that he said when it happened, the former president, pressure was piled on her, and she eventually resigned from her position as the sanitation minister at the time. And he also went on to cite an example, even in the John Mahama first term in office. You remember in 2013, the Vic Hammer case, where she was heard on a conversation saying that she's staying in politics until she makes $1 million and back out of politics. And the president then, who is our president now, John Dramani Mahama, sacked her from her position because of that statement. The NPP, the minority believes that these are two critical political decisions that the president should have taken cue from and do the needful to sanction Sammy Gyamfi or even fire him outrightly to set the right political tone. Making the point that when he was campaigning in 2014, he promised that he will fight corruption even from within. And so they believe that these are political issues that should have set the tone for him to do better than he has done to caution and clear them. So those are the political examples they've been making, for which reason they think that since the political reasons failed, they would explore the legal reasons and see whether there may be proper remedy to the situation.
Very well. I understand also that we've got Zumes joining us this morning as well, so we can see all of you. Please hold on. We'll be coming to you very soon for you to share your thought on this very issue. Now, this issue has been trending the whole week, and it's imperative that we put our attention to it. And so all those on Zoom, I can see you. I'll be coming to you pretty shortly for you to share your thought with us here on this very topic. Now, let me finally take the last one from James, and then I'll come back to the Zoomers. James, so they've petitioned Shraj, OSP, CID, and all of that. Have we had some responses from them so far? And what is there to expect moving forward?
Well, the three officers who received the petitions at these three separate institutions indicated that they will forward same for action to be taken. But as it is with some of these investigations, they haven't been clear on how long it is going to take. And what will also be interesting is what government or the presidency does with whatever recommendations come out of it. If Shraj, remember this petition is on 6 grounds of violation, especially the code of conduct, and they are demanding 5 different things, especially the source of the money, and as well as an establishment of whether there's a conflict of interest or there is an abuse of office in the matter, and corruption as well. And so if it happens that any of these 3 establish any of those demands, and they come out with recommendations which may include sanction or otherwise, it will be interesting to know what the president will do with that, especially when he had cautioned and cleared him of any wrongdoing. So we'll look forward to how that turns out or how that goes as we move forward, KMJ.
Okay. Now, before you go, you understand that Eric Akati also petitioned Shraj, and also after the president's decision came out, he actually reviewed that petition. Do you see that happening in this situation from where we're headed with this?
It may not happen in this situation because when you read her letter to Shraj and withdrawing his petition, or the statement, the post he put on social media indicated that his withdrawal is as a result of attacks and threats on his life by some party folks in the opposition, New Patriotic Party. That we cannot independently confirm, but those are the reasons he cites for the withdrawal of his case. If you look at this petition coming from an MP, a representative of a constituency, as well as a home caucus in Parliament, if we look at the reason for his withdrawal, it may not be the case in this situation. We just have to wait and see what the three institutions brings out of this. And so from the corner I sit, I see this going through and through until a final determination is taken on them.
Very well, James. Many thanks to you for joining us this morning here on Prime, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Right, that's my colleague James Aveji speaking to us. He's our correspondent speaking to us on the issue of Sammy Gyamfi, the presidency cautioning and pardoning him. Now, what do you also make of it? But for those of you out there who have lost, touch with this conversation for one reason or the other, this is what really started the entire situation Sammy Gyamfi found himself in.
Viral, Sammy Gyamfi is first seen posing for a photo with Mama Pat, also known as Nana Agrada, and then proceeds to shake hands with a man standing next to them, then gets into his car. Mr. Gyamfi is shortly seen counting an undisclosed amount of dollar notes, giving her a portion. Mama Pat, standing by the door, asks for the whole sum in his hand, saying, "What will happen if you give the whole amount to me?" He proceeded to snatch the notes, including the sum he wanted to keep. Sammy Gyamfi's car drove off after that.
And that was the beginning of the entire conundrum that Sammy Gyamfi finds himself in right now. Now, we're going to go to Zoom and get the views of those who have joined us this morning. Nab is on Zoom. Nab, if you can hear me, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, KMG. I'm good. Hope everything is fine.
By grace, we're alive. We're grateful for the gift of life.
I haven't been able to call you. As I promised you the other time.
It's good you're here now.
So I will still call you for the update on is it Asabas?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Right. So straight to business. First of all, let me say belated birthday to Mary Isiama, aka Mary Ann. She's a nursing student at Methodist University, Ghana. May God bless all your endeavors, and we pray that you continue to shine and shine. Again, let me also say special greetings to Commander Prince Obin, who is the Greater Accra Regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party, still maintaining him for the 2028 general election. And also, finally, I want to say a special greetings to Honorable Abanga Fuseni Yakubu, aka MPP Abanga, Ubia Beji Peche, who is also our incoming national youth organizer. And we believe that it is this time that he will definitely win this election. So, straight to the topic of the day. As Sammy Gyamfi, whether it's right in doing this action or not. For some of us, we are not really interested in whether or not what he did was the right thing. But the point is that where is this young man getting this dollars from? And we've been told, and rightly so, as a finance person, I know that when someone hoards money, the person breaks the cycle of financial flow. Where, because when somebody deposits money into a bank account, some people also goes to the bank to, as it were, borrow, or sometimes the bank lends those money which somebody deposits into the bank, and then other persons also borrows that funds for businesses, and those businesses, especially when you are trading, others will also go and buy. So that cycle, it's a cycle. You deposit money, somebody takes it and also use it for other business, and you also use that business and you also pay. And so when you hoard the money, you break the circulation. It doesn't flow, and which also has a rippling effect on the economy. So for him to have those money in his boots or in his car, as if his car is the, what you call it, is a bank, I felt it is very serious. And one cannot also tell how much of that dollars he is holding in his car. So that is what we are saying, that somebody who hasn't received salary yet from a work which he has been doing for about 3-4 months now, he hasn't received any salary. Where is he getting those dollars from? And the moral lesson also is that you are in Ghana. And this is also something which he's just doling out. He didn't know that, he didn't prepare to meet Agrada for you to say that, oh, he prepared before coming, or he took that money purposely to be given to him, to be given to that Agrada girl. Okay. So it tells you that he has money, he has a lot of dollars in his custody. One wants to believe that at what point in time, all these things that we've been talking about, that it is, even in terms of, it is even morally wrong. Okay. You are in Ghana. Now we've got 30 seconds now. There are others waiting for us. You are supposed to spend the Ghana cedi. So if you're not spending the cedi that you have, it means that you don't even have hope. You don't even trust the currency that you are even you are even spending. You don't even trust that. That's why always you are even keeping dollars in you, in your custody, and even in your car. So I think he has to be investigated for us to know where he's getting all those monies from. Very well. That's president trying to whitewash what is being put out there. I think it doesn't really hold. President is now seen as the chief clearing agent, which I think it is not good for him. Okay. All right. Now, thank you so much. Let me go to Fake Up. If you can hear me, Fake Up. Good morning. Good morning, KMG. All right. Good to have you on the show. What do you have to say with regards to that? I have to say, okay. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Very good, very good. First of all, I was even surprised that a communique is coming from the president clearing each one appointees. And I was wondering, on what basis should the president sit at the Jubilee House to clear any appointees of any wrongdoing and say he has forgiven? I don't know on what basis, grounded in law, can a president... Well, the chief of staff invited him to the presidency. They had conversations. I'm sure would have come with some caution, as it was reported. And so, based on that, he had a pardon. He has been pardoned by the president, even when the investigative bodies are yet to even invite Sammy Gyamfi. If any investigative body was having the intention of inviting Sammy Gyamfi, now that the president has cleared and said he has forgiven him, so where will he go? Well, the NPP has still petitioned the SHRAD, they petitioned the OSP, and then also the CID as well. So I'm sure that will still hold if they don't withdraw them. Exactly what I'm telling you. So if this petition that has gone to the OSP and other investigative bodies, what will be the fate of it if the president sat at the Jubilee House and clear Sammy Gyamfi and say you are forgiven? Would the investigative body be independent enough to do their investigation very well? They should be. And I think this shouldn't have happened in the first place. If you decide to forgive him, then you keep quiet and then let the other bodies who are interested in the matter to take up. But clearly, you see the case of Sammy Gyamfi is clearly a case of a popular saying that
a bull is trapped by its horns. And if you like, you can also say that you reap what you sow. And NDC has in government right now is reaping what they sow when they were in position. And the seed they planted whilst they were in position is now ready for harvest. So they have to harvest it the way it is. And they cannot tell Ghanaians the direction of our mind, where we should think. When they told us that if you see anybody with $1 circulating, then it is very criminal. What has changed today? That is the same question that we are asking them. We are throwing their own words back to them. Even Sammy Gyamfi himself has said it several times. Call people criminals for holding dollars.
Okay.
So today you have done him. So what should we call you?
All right.
The president has decided to play him. Very good. We don't have a problem with that. But their own words will play to them. And that's what we are essentially doing. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, too, for joining us this morning as well. Please, when you come, be snappy for us. There are a lot of people also waiting, so we can get to hear everybody's thoughts this morning here on the show. Now, Akisme is on the other side, somewhere in the western region. Akisme, good morning. How are you doing?
Praise. Good morning, Kanji.
All right. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Please, point of collection. I'm Honorable Akisme. I'm not just Akisme, so you have to add my honorable title.
I beg for your pardon. Honorable Akisme, good to have you on the show.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, we're hearing you.
Let me say my regards to Master J.E., the CEO of AAA Drinking Water, the best water for you to drink, and wife. Is it a crime to give someone a gift or money in this country? I don't know. It's not a crime. And it is not a crime to hold the dollars in this country. Because if it's a crime to hold the dollars in this country, then the cathedral, National Cathedral, they make it in dollars. And that one too is a crime. And there's no any investigation that shows that Sammy Gyamfi has stole Ghana property or Ghanaians money. The gentleman, Sammy Gyamfi, is already loaded with money. And it is always giving. And even the NDC, the youth, the part annoy us, like me, accusing is that the person he give the money to, it annoy me because we all in this country, you know, we heard what Nana Agrada did to the President Mahama when it come to the election. You saw the entire NDC, and I always spend my credits and mandated to call and support the NDC and defend. Since the NDC came to power, I did not get even kobo. So we, the youth of NDC, they did not against the dollar, but we against the person he give the money to. So my question is, this one is different from the Sisidapa issue, because only the wise person always did something, he came out and apologized. But you know, this Sisidapa issue, the Excellency former President Nana Akufo-Addo used a statement and say, streets, Mr. Sisidapa, so he says streets. And if this happened to Nana Akufo-Addo, he used a statement and said that Mandare Sammy Gyamfi, but this shows that NDC, you are Ghana for all, and you are think of the others. You are not corrupt like the MPP.
All right.
Sammy Gyamfi,
wrapping up for me.
God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Akisme, joining us over there as well. Now, let me go on again and see if I can get a Master Planner. Master Planner. Hello, Master Planner, are you there? Okay, so we're still trying to get a few others on Zoom for them to share their thoughts on the issue of Sammy Gyamfi and the dollar saga this morning here on Prime Morning. Don't forget, News Flash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise Store. Phones Papa Pathie. You can walk in and grab your phones, grab your CCTV cameras and your televisions as well. Now, let me go to Naleka. Now, if you can hear me, good morning. Hello, now are you there? Kindly unmute so I can hear you. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to you and to your listeners.
So go ahead. Yes. Now you're listening to yourself on the television, and that's why you're not able to follow the conversation. Okay, so lower the volume on the TV set and just have the conversation with me.
It's okay. It's okay now.
Great. Go ahead.
Yes, I am calling from Tamale, and then we have been on this show, I think, every Friday.
Awesome.
And I am happy to be part of the show today again. And in fact, with the Sammy Gyamfi issue, I was thinking that the issue is gone. I was thinking the issue is gone. But yesterday, I was very shocked when the MPP decided to come out with another press conference trying to refer Sammy Gyamfi to Shiraj and then OSP and other security agencies to go and investigate Sammy Gyamfi. I think the gentleman who came out with a press conference, Honorable Nuruddin, happened to be my classmate back at senior high school. And I have known him as a youth organizer of the MPP for Northeast region. We have been together for a very long time, since 2006. In fact, I was very, very, very shocked and disappointed with the press conference, and also to see that my good friend and brother was the one leading that press conference. In fact, I have known Nuruddin, who has also been a philanthropist. He has helped a lot of people, both in Nairobi and then in Tamale. Even our days in senior high school, though we were all young, but Nuruddin has been a friend who always tried to buy food for people, and even sometimes in dining hall, he tried to sacrifice his food for other brothers. In fact, we are in Ghana and we are in Africa. These people are all politicians, and we all saw what happened. You give money one way or the other to somebody. Sammy Gyamfi himself has come out to apologize for the first day, within 24 hours when the issue broke out, saying that yes, he's sorry for what happened because he did it privately, and somebody came out and then took a video of him. Let's look at the video again. In a country like Ghana, we should be serious and start moving on. We should start talking about how we will make things better for the youth and then people in the country. But not these kind of petty issues. The MPP should stop this and then concentrate on internal issues, try to mobilize the party very well, and then come back strongly in 2028 with a lot of policies and then unity. We also the abysmal performance of the MPP in the just ended in the past years. Everything went down, my brother. Everything went down. And I quite listened to the gentleman who spoke before me, saying that, in fact, Sammy Gyamfi came out and criticized Cecilia Dapai. And look, these are two different things, my brother. These are two different things. Cecilia Dapai Cecilia was not was not accused of $100.
Okay, wrapping up for me.
Yes, her issue was the amount of the quantum of money she has in her bed, and it is against the laws of the country that you cannot have over $1 million in your room. She was accused of money laundering, and then the money that she has in her room outweighed the money that her pay covers. And Sammy Gyamfi is just $800. This $800, any of us here can even give it to anybody. It's just how much is convert the 800 to cedis. Let's try to criticize serious policies.
Okay.
Serious and popular policies of the MPP.
Thank you.
We are in the country. We need to move on. We were in the same class with Singapore, Malaysia, and co. Today, see where they are. Politics is killing us, and we are saying it again.
All right, thank you.
If your mama should fail us, if you don't think it is the MPP that will come in, we the youth will call for military coup d'etat.
Hey, all right, easy. Thank you for sharing your thought. Thank you for sharing your thought with us this morning.
When they come to your stage,
hold on.
Let them understand that these are two different things. You understand? Let Ghanaians understand.
All right, many thanks for sharing your thought with us here. And let me go to Amabing. Amabing, if you can hear me. Amwabin, if you can hear me, and when you're able to unmute, let me hear you. But of course, we should be very, very mindful of our conversation this morning. And if you want to share your thought, share your thought. But I'm not sure that you want to incite anybody to, go into coup d'etat or whatever it is that you want to go. I don't think that is the right thing for us to actually do as a nation. We've been very, very peaceful and very democratic, and I think it's the way to go. So let's not push ourselves into coup d'etat and all of that. I don't think that we need that now. Let me go to Amwabing. Amwabing, if you can hear me.
Yeah, good morning.
Can you just remain at one place so we can have a conversation? Okay. I'll stop moving around if you can. Okay.
Hope you are doing well.
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm also blessed.
Awesome.
See,
let me hear you.
The problem in Ghana is the hypocrisy. Do you get me? We all go to funeral at our hometowns and so on, whereby we do give out the little that we have to those people who comes to us. By Sammy Gyamfi about the dollar, someone who is still staying in this airport view when we were in opposition can't handle dollars. What kind of hypocrisy is this? And I'm also concerned about his security details. Because the security details, how can you allow someone to get access to even getting closer into his car? If supposing that the person was holding a gun or a knife to stab or shoot him, that person could have succeeded easily.
Maybe he allowed that. So, I mean, after having a conversation with her, after having a conversation with Agrada at that spot, he's already allowed her into the space. And so following him, going into the car shouldn't have been a problem.
I'm not talking about Agrada, the person who filmed.
Okay. No, you mentioned the security details and how they couldn't stop her from following. That's what I'm saying, that maybe because of the relationship they had at that moment, they couldn't have stopped her from following him to the car.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about Agrada. Agrada wasn't filming.
Oh, you're talking about the one who was filming. Okay.
Yeah, not Agrada, because of course they've got a personal relationship after taking the pictures. She's obliged to go near him. But the person who was filming, look at the way the person entered.
Yeah.
Was the police standing there? And moreover, according to remember, during the 2024 elections, Agrada's premises were used by the NDC. So you can hear Agrada saying that he went to him to tell him that when they came to Kowu and they used this premises, they never gave him anything. They never gave her anything. So that was the reason why she demanded for the fuel. Moreover, look at Agrada, someone who have money. I can say if I meet you KMJ and maybe you ask me for, I can never give you any recipes because I'll look at your pedigree. I'll look at your pedigree and the sort of person you are before I can dash out something to you. So Sammy Gyamfi can never go and give Agrada 500 Ghana cedis. It's even an insult to Agrada. So we should stop this hypocrisy because these same people, they are still holding on straws. They have nothing better. They should think about their party. How to do it. Right now, Ghana is moving forward. We are not moving backwards with those kind. They are hypocritical and tested. Thank you, KMH.
Thank you very much for joining us as well and sharing your thought with us this morning as well. Let me go on again. There are more people on Zoom. If you can, I can have the next person. Who do we have? Ernest, if you're there and you can hear me. Good morning.
Good morning, KMG.
Thanks for joining us this morning here on the show. I hope you're good.
Before I proceed with my submission, my question is, what is the big issue here? Is it the person giving the money?
Ernest, can you position your camera well exactly? Good.
Yeah, my question is it the person giving out the money, that's in the shape of Sammy Gyamfi, or the person who received the money, that's Agrada, or the dollar? Because if you be truthful to yourself as a journalist, you cannot convince me that Sammy Gyamfi has not given you guys something when he comes to your station. So, but my problem is,
for what I know, I've never received any money from Sammy Gyamfi or any other political party and their communicators.
Thanks for that information.
Yeah.
But with the minority, I think they are not serious. They should be serious for once. They should take us for. They should take us serious. They voted. They should take us serious. There are so many issues pressing this country that needs mark attention, and they are not doing it. They should do something that we the ordinary Ghanaians will benefit from. In this case, I mean, taking Sammy Gyamfi to Shiraj, OSP, and other stuff, what impact will it bring to my life? The then energy minister, former deputy energy minister, when he came to our constituency in Africa Public South, I was lucky to get money from him. I was lucky. I got money from him. My father also got some from him. So in this case, should we have then, I mean, form it and put it at the public domain? It should be serious. The minority, I am disappointed voting for my MP. Very disappointed. Mohamed Damata, I'm very disappointed in her because how can I vote for you to present me, get better things for my constituency, and you are here, I mean, reporting someone who has donated $1 to Agrada? What does that contribute to my life? It should be serious, KMG. I don't know why they are doing that, or they don't have anything, any bigger thing that they want to deal with. They should press in the government to do the rightful things.
Okay.
Because now they are facing challenges like, doom shop. What about the containers?
Very well.
And you are not saying anything about it. This simple and this, sorry to say, useless thing, then you are, wasting your time on.
Okay, thanks for joining us this morning and sharing your thought with us here on the show. I appreciate it. Let me move on to Bullet. Bullet, if you can hear me, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Are you there, Bullet?
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay, I can hear you. I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity this morning. And I say a big thank you to you and my colleagues on Zoom. And then permit me to greet one or two people before I submit my statement.
You've got 30 seconds for your submission, so you have to be very, very snappy for me this one. The others waiting as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me say a big thank you to the MP for Secretary Akotomla constituency, Honorable Ayos Kwame Nkwa, the DC, the new DC for Secretary Akotomla, Honorable Apia Joseph. We call him Ammonia. Let me say a very big thank you to them for the work they are doing there to fight LRC. Let me come to the main statement about Sammy Gyamfi and then.
Bullet, I think we're having issues with your internet connection. Bullet, we have issues with your internet connection, so do reconnect again and let's see if we can have a stable connection with you and then we can take your thought on that. My apologies for that. Let me move on. Do I have the next person?
Yes.
Christian, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Hello, is that Christian?
Hello?
Yes, is that Christian?
Yes, Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, by His grace, I'm doing well.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us this morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah. In fact, this country is like we are not serious. If it is A, then it's a problem. But if it is B, then it's not a problem. This country, we have to be serious. The first question we must ask ourselves is that how much was in that bag or how much was in that car that Sammy Gyamfi was having? How much dollar was there? That's the first question we should ask ourselves.
I'm not sure any of us can determine that.
Yes, that's why there should be an investigation to determine how much dollars was in his car. You see, so this country we must be very serious. The president cannot just said, oh, because somebody has come out to apologize and pardon that person. It is very wrong. Then everybody in his or her office can misconduct himself and come out and apologize, and that ends it. Then the whole country can do that. All the institutions to start doing that. Misconduct yourself, come out and apologize, and that ends it. This country, do we spend dollars? Do you do buying and selling with dollars? How come in 4 months somebody is sharing dollars to people? So we have to be very serious, and people are coming to defend this. It's very bad. This country must be very serious.
Okay.
Sammy Gyamfi just entered into government within 4 months and have plenty of dollars in his car, moving around sharing. Even sharing to people that don't need that kind of money. Only God knows how much it was given. Agrada came out and told us that it's 800. I believe that is not true, because the guy was counting. Then he have to snatch the money from his hands and then collect the other one in addition. My brother, we have to be very serious.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for your time this morning as well here on Newsflash. Let me see if I can get Misty. Misty, if you can hear me. Hello, Misty, are you there? Can you unmute? If you can hear me, unmute and then talk to me.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm blessed.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Please. Yes, sir. So, I see nothing wrong with this. No. There's nothing wrong with what he did. I would love to, change. Change our conversation small. The language. This is no news. This, I see nothing wrong with it. It's no news because the man is going to complain. He wouldn't complain. You see, and the last year, someone packed money. That one they don't talk about it. This one, the dash money, they talk. Why? No, we should be fair, because this is nothing. The person, he gave money before he became the party inside. He had his own money before he entered the party. We know him say Ochad here. Okay? It is Ochad or Agrada. Any news? This is no news. This is no news. And then you want to see how much money, so what? What? You know that's money before. Or no one is Canada. Why? I didn't Ghana for your person your money too much. I don't mean just say why I didn't say the party star. Say it is say won't share the pain. Won't share the pain. I didn't tell no papa change the asamaba. As the will be packing good them. They come on press conference. No sika or channel. They come on press conference. Why? Ghanaians are something. Because I'm funny lie, it's wrong. And funny lie there is right. I think we should forget about this thing. This is no news.
Okay.
This is no news. Say, this is no news. Oh, what?
All right, very well. Thanks for sharing your thought with us. Let me go to Bullet. Bullet is back. Bullet, if you can hear me.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, you've got 30 seconds to do this, so go ahead.
Yeah, as I was elaborating, I was talking about, I don't see anything wrong with giving out some amount of money to a Ghanaian citizen, to recite a Ghanaian citizen. I don't see anything wrong with that. The only issue is I'll advise him to maybe know how to arrange the security details to prevent future occurrence that way, because the person who took the videos invaded into his car and then took those videos and then posted them. Where his security would have prevented those things if they were vigilant enough to observe the environment where he was. So maybe for now, I don't know. I don't have any issue with that, because I don't think this is an issue that we have to be discussing on national television. Sammy Gyamfi has given money. He has given. I don't know. Is there money missing at good board? I don't know. What we Ghanaians want is that the dollar has come back down to 4 cedis, and then we are praying that the goose and services should also come down so that we Ghanaians can patronize. That is what we are looking for.
Okay.
Not somebody giving some out money to anybody. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this.
All right. Many thanks to you two for joining us this morning and sharing your thought with us. We appreciate you. Now let's go to who's there? I think we have a lady on, and your name is Techno, but I'm sure it's the phone that you're using. So mention your name and let's have a conversation. If you can hear me. Hello, are you there? Can you unmute? If you can hear me, can you unmute so that when you talk, we can also hear you over here?
Yeah, hello.
Good.
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, please. So that when you talk, we can also hear you over here.
Okay, I'm on mute.
Okay. Can you lower the volume of your television set if it's on? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my thought on this is like it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing because he even have like jobs and companies. He employs like more than 100 people. Are Ghanaians saying that he does not have such money in his account? We should like concentrate on like much more like complicated and problems that we have in Ghana than like going for like all this, chasing all these clouds. I think it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Gifting someone is no problem. Like people do gifts every day. We always like gift people. So I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem that everyone has to like jump on it, feasting on it. I think it's normal for people to gift people.
Okay.
Yes, Agrada is also a human being, and she also like. Are we saying that if you gift someone that has money or someone that can put, maybe she can even help someone with that money? So I think it's
okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thought with us. I think you're the only lady we have today. We're grateful. And also, maybe I'll pick the last person and then we're done. Andrew, if you can hear me. Good morning, Andrew.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. I hope you're good. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm good. I am very surprised at the level of hypocrisy in this country. You see, we are in a country where we saw a sitting MP, a minister, a deputy minister of education, giving cedis or money. Let me not even mention the currency. Giving cedis to a sitting MP, giving cedis or money to EC officials whilst they were on an official duty. I didn't hear his party people condemn it. I didn't hear the government as at that time condemn it. And today, these same people have turned themselves and then they are raising this issue about somebody giving money to another person, he even went on a private whatever mission or whatever, and it has become news. And even Joint Prime this morning, you are giving that particular press conference that they did, no? They are giving it the mileage that it wanted it to be given. So appalling.
Andrew, that's just us doing our job, and it's a press conference.
Yes,
I'm sure you also want to know about it as well.
I agree that I agree that you are doing your job, but you should. You see, when you make us begin to, you guys are the ones that form the opinions of us in this country. So when you are in doing your job, you feed us with things that will not make us be able to hold our duty bearers accountable, and then you bring things like this to us for us to be discussing and be thinking about. For me, I find it a little bit, because if a sitting MP, a Minister of Education, Deputy Minister of Education, at that time, was able to give EC officials money, and when he was questioned, a defense that he brought up was that he was giving them lunch. See, that didn't make the news and make the headline. His government didn't say anything. He was so reprimanded. The NPP as at that time didn't organize any press conference to say that they are petitioning right, special prosecutor and anybody to investigate him. So what has changed? What has changed in this country? Why are we behaving this way? Why are we making it look like it is now an offense to be able to? Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. So, do you think that all the MPs who sat there, those minority people, those who sat there who made that press conference, they giving money in their life before? When they were in office, didn't they dash somebody money? Is it because that this one he was filmed and therefore it has the whole narrative has changed? Sometimes we need to, you see, you people who are doing your job, you are the ones who should be elevating the conversation for us. I usually don't do things like this, but when I saw a prime or a big news TV station like Joy Pram, even that press conference that they did this morning, I decided to also come and talk, because I find it so wait. See, let me tell you something, my brother. You guys are doing an excellent work. But sometimes make sure that when the politicians, they throw things at us that don't make sense, don't give them the money that they deserve. Okay. I would be very happy if this morning you had brought somebody. Andrew, hold on. That's your perspective of things, and I appreciate that. The fact that you believe that certain conversations should be held and others should not be. But I'm sure you also would understand that as much as you want the conversations that you want to be discussed over here, other people also want those other conversations you don't want to be discussed over here as well. And that's the reason why we're here. We're as balanced as possible. And so I as much as I appreciate the concern over that issue, I also think that we're not just doing this just for only you. We're doing it for other people who would also want other conversations to be discussed, just the way you want other conversations to be discussed as well. So yeah, that's what it is on that. And we're going to move on. I think that will be all for the Zoomers today. And we're grateful to all of you for joining this morning. I understand that there were a lot of people that we couldn't really put on today, but please forgive us. So this is going to be the Friday run for our News Flash. And so next week, please do well and join early. We're going to have our correspondent join us here and share their views on the issues that they've reported on. And then when we are done with them, we'll move into the main conversation. We'll zoom in and have your thoughts as well here on the show. So please take notice of that.